Welcome back to the channel Mr.Ram'S Tech Hub. Explore, learn, upgrade. In this video we are going to learn about what is identifier. What is identifier? Identifier is nothing but is a user defined names. Okay, user defined names in a program. In a program you are defining some names. That names is known as what? Identifier. How do you identify yourself? By your name, right? Same here, a user defined a name in the program. That name is known as what? Identifier. Okay, and the names given to variables, functions, classes, etc. Whatever you are writing in the program, like variables and functions, classes, for those names is known as what? Identifiers. To write that names, we need to follow some rules as well. What those identifier rules means? Rules to write identifiers. What are those? Must start with a letter A to Z, a small letters or a capital letters or underscore. Okay, you need to use this underscore symbol, right? And can contain letters, digits from 0 to 9 and underscores as well. In the identifier name, it can contain a letters. It must start with letter or underscore. And it may contain a letters or digits and also underscores in the entire the identifier name. And it is a case sensitive, means for example, if you are writing a small letters ABC and you are writing a capital letters cap ABC, both are treated as different variables, not same. Okay, both are different identifiers. Capital letters and small letters are not same here. Okay, that's why it is known as what? Case sensitive. And spaces, symbols means special characters, some at the rate hash we are using it. So spaces and these symbols are not allowed to write as identifier names. It is not allowed in writing the identifier names, and cannot be keywords as well. Identifier name does not be the keywords. Keywords are nothing but the reserved words in the Python. There are 35 reserved words are there in Python. You should not use these reserved words as the identifier names. Okay, these are the rules to write identifier names. We need to follow these rules while writing the identifier names. Okay, ఐడెంటిఫైర్స్ నేమ్స్ అంటే ఏం లేదు, జస్ట్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్తో స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి, లేదంటే అండర్ స్కోర్తో స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి. అండర్ స్కోర్ అనేది ఒక సింబల్. అండర్ స్కోర్తో లేదా ఆల్ఫాబెట్తో మాత్రమే ఐడెంటిఫైర్ నేమ్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ చేసేయాలి. అండ్ డిజిట్స్ అనేది స్టార్ట్ చేయొద్దు, డిజిట్స్తో స్టార్ట్ చేయొద్దు, ఓన్లీ ఆల్ఫాబెట్తోని లేదా అండర్ స్కోర్తో మాత్రమే స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి. బట్ ఐడెంటిఫైర్ నేమ్లో లెటర్స్ ఉండొచ్చు, డిజిట్స్ ఉండొచ్చు అండ్ అండర్ స్కోర్స్ ఉండొచ్చు. కాంబినేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్, వీటన్నిటి కాంబినేషన్తో మనకు ఐడెంటిఫైర్ నేమ్ ఉండొచ్చు. బట్ స్టార్ట్ చేయడం మాత్రం ఆల్ఫాబెట్ లేదా అండర్ స్కోర్తో మాత్రమే స్టార్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, అండ్ ఓన్లీ అండర్ స్కోర్తో కూడా రాయొచ్చు అండ్ ఓన్లీ ఆల్ఫాబెట్తో కూడా రాయొచ్చు. ఓకే, కాంబినేషన్ ఉండాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు ప్రతిసారి. ఓకే, ఒకవేళ కాంబినేషన్ ఉన్న ఇవి 3ని యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. అండ్ పైథాన్లో మనకు అది కేస్ సెన్సిటివ్ అంటాం. ఓకే, అంటే స్మాల్ ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ కావచ్చు, క్యాపిటల్ లెటర్స్ కావచ్చు, రెండు డిఫరెంట్ వేరియబుల్గా ట్రీట్ చేస్తాయి, రెండు సేమ్ కాదు. ఓకే, అండ్ స్పేసెస్, సింబల్స్ని మనం అసలు ఐడెంటిఫైర్ నేమ్స్లో రాయడానికి ఛాన్స్ అయితే లేదు. ఓకే, వీ షుడ్ నాట్ యూజ్ స్పేసెస్ అండ్ సింబల్స్ ఇన్ ద while రైటింగ్ ఐడెంటిఫైర్ నేమ్స్. ఓకే, అండ్ కీవర్డ్స్ని కూడా మనం ఐడెంటిఫైర్ నేమ్స్ లాగా యూజ్ చేయొద్దు. కీవర్డ్స్ ఆర్ యూజ్డ్ వర్డ్స్, అండ్ దానికంటే ఒక స్పెసిఫిక్ పర్పస్ ఉంటుంది, ఆ పర్పస్కి మాత్రమే మనం యూజ్ చేస్తాం. అండ్ డిఫరెంట్ పర్పస్కి డిఫరెంట్ కీవర్డ్స్ అయితే ఉంటాయి. దెర్ ఆర్ 35 keywords ఆర్ ఇన్ పైథాన్, అండ్ వీ షుడ్ నాట్ యూజ్ దీస్ కీవర్డ్స్ యాజ్ ఎ ఐడెంటిఫైర్స్, right? And now let us see about these variables. What is a variable? A variable is nothing but it is a container to store data values. How do you identify yourself? By your name. And what is your address? You are saying some address. Same here, for every data values we have the address. That address is identified by using this variable name. Okay, it is the name of the memory location. What is variable? It is the name of the memory location. Suppose a equals to 10. Here a is a variable name and 10 is the object. Here 10 is the data is stored in the location of a name. Okay, that name is named as the a. Okay, this a is a variable and 10 is what? Object. Okay, suppose it is stored in like this. Suppose here 10 is stored in the memory location. That location name is what? A. Okay, what is variable? It's the name of the memory location, right? So this 10 is actually data is stored in the memory, and that location name is named as with the help of this identifier. And memory is allocated based on objects but not on the variables. Okay, in Python the memory is allocated based on only objects. Suppose for example a equals to 10, b equals to 12 and c equals to 12 is there. Here a equals to 10 and b equals to 12. Okay, these are different. Okay, b and c are having storing the same data values, right? So how it going to store if they both are same objects in different variables? Means suppose a is stored in some location, right? Okay, and then b is also equals to 12, it is also stored in some location. Then we created here c object, c variable, that is equals to 12. We are assigning this 12 object to again c. Already there is a 12. Okay, why the need of using the other extra memory? So this c is also pointing to the same address which is stored in 12, which is address is named as b, and it is also named with c. Okay, it is also pointing to the same address. అంటే మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకొక మెమొరీ వేస్ట్ చేయకుండా అదే లొకేషన్కి మళ్ళీ సిని కూడా పాయింట్ చేస్తాం అనమాట. అంటే ఇయర్ 12 is a object, this is one object, and for this object it is going to have the two names. Okay, this memory is having the two names. If you are calling with a c, it will this object is we can use it. If you are calling with b, we can able to use this, utilize this 12 object. అంటే ఇక్కడ మనకు రెండు నేమ్స్తో మనం యూటిలైజ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు ఈ 12 అనే ఆబ్జెక్ట్ని. అండ్ రెండు సపరేట్ లొకేషన్లో స్టోర్ అవ్వవు, రెండు ఒకే లొకేషన్లో స్టోర్ అవుతాయి. ఓకే, దట్స్ ద పాయింట్ హియర్. మెమోరీ ఇస్ అలొకేటెడ్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్, నాట్ బికాస్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ద వేరియబుల్ నేమ్స్. వేరియబుల్ నేమ్స్ డిఫరెంట్ ఉంటే డిఫరెంట్గా లొకేషన్లో స్టోర్ అవ్వవు. ఓకే, బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ని బట్టి మెమొరీ అనేది స్టోర్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, అండ్ వేరియబుల్స్ కూడా టెంపరీగానే స్టోర్ అవుతాయి. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ వేరియబుల్స్ ఆర్ యూజ్డ్ టు స్టోర్ ద డేటా ఇన్ టెంపరీ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ if I am for example now we have a equals to 10, right? Suppose what I am doing, I am again assigning some value for this a. This a equals to some, I am making it as a 20. I am assigning one more value to the same variable. Okay, now a equals to 20 I am assigning means how it is going to store? It will store in the different location? No, it doesn't store in the different location. This 10 is replacing with this 20. Now first is what, a equals to 10 is already there. Okay, 10 అనేది ఆల్రెడీ మెమరీలో అలొకేషన్ అయ్యి ఉంది, దాని నేమ్ ఏ అని పెట్టేసుకుందాం. సో ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ నేను అసైన్ చేస్తున్నా ఏ ఈక్వల్స్ టు 20 అని. సో ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ డిఫరెంట్ లొకేషన్లో స్టోర్ కాదు, మళ్ళీ ఇదే లొకేషన్లోనే ఈ వాల్యూ అనేది రీప్లేస్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, ఇట్ ఈస్ 20 ఈజ్ రీప్లేసింగ్ ఇయర్, 20 ఈజ్ రీప్లేసింగ్ ఇయర్ 10 means it will, the value a value will be 20 now. Okay, it is not, it is going to update here. Okay, this 10 is not there now. Okay, this 10 is replaced and this 20 is stored in the memory. That's why variables is going to store temporary data. Variables are not going to store permanent data, it is only going to store temporary data. Variables are going to use it to store data for temporary purpose. Clear about it? And I just open now ideally. Go to search bar and you can type it, you can open the ideally. Right now this is a Python ideally shell. You can write here, suppose it will work as a calculator only. You can directly, we are getting the value to the next, right? Suppose I am storing something, performing some multiplication, that it will work. Yes, it's going to work, right? So it's just like working like a calculator only. Can we do some division? Yes, we can do this. So this Python ideally just like working like a calculator only. We are directly writing the values and we are getting the next line only, we are getting the output here. Okay, because it is an interpreter, right? That's why it will get line by line, it is going to execute a line by line. But this is not a place where we are going to write the code and save the code and run the code. Okay, but instead of, suppose I want to perform an operation on two objects, that is a 10 and a 2. So always I need to create this object 10. Suppose performing, suppose addition 10 plus 2 I need to write again, to perform again minus 10 minus 2 I need to write again to write perform again on the same object I need to perform again 10 into some 2. Like this I need to use 10 to 10 to, I am using with the help of operators. To instead of writing always these objects, we can store these objects in one memory location. Okay, so that by using that location name we can able to perform operations. How? Suppose I'm using here n1 is equals to sum 10 and n2 is equals to sum 2. Now here n1 is a variable name. Okay, in this variable name we are storing 10 and n2 is a variable name. In this we are storing 2. Okay, we are using here equal to operator. By using this equal to operator we are assigning these values into these variables, so that now I can able to utilize these. By using these variable names I can perform the operations. Suppose n1 plus n2, I can get the value, and suppose n1 minus n2, I can get this. Again n1 into some n2. Like this, I can able to perform operations on the objects by using these variables. I am storing these values in the variable names, and by using those variable names I can able to perform different operations. I can reuse it again and again. Right? Clear about it? We have keywords, right? There are 35 keywords are there in Python, and they are used for only for specific purposes. To know what are the keywords we have, let us see just type here help, and within the quotations type here keywords and just press enter. It displays the list of keywords here. It displays the list of keywords. Okay, these are the entire list of the keywords we have. So these are the keywords we are going to use in Python, and we'll come to know where you use this while in the further classes we'll utilize this. Okay, at that time we can able to see what is the purpose of it. Clear about it? Right. Okay, just make it this point, they make this note of these keywords, and learn these keywords, and we should not use these keywords as identifiers. So we should know this, what are the keywords are there. Is there any doubt? Just comment below, and thank you. In the next class we are going to see about some little bit programming part. Thank you.